about like big studio films and like how the big studios, like Netflix, for example, would take like your ideas, for example, and then they would just sort of market it as like generic ass
Well, the thing
film.
is, I feel like like the movie industry, the film industry now is so it's more complicated than it ever was.
Yeah.
Like before, back like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was literally like you have a script, you hold on to it, you get a producer who's down, and then they buy it off you, and it's like it enters like the studio system, and
Yeah.
it's like most majority of the time it works. Now it's like you really have to fucking pray, bro. You get your film to the guy, it's like if you sell it off, it might completely be something different.
Yeah.
Or like let's say they stick to your vision, and they completely market it as a different thing. So when people see your film, they're pissed off because they think they were gonna go watch something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, I feel like Netflix has helped a lot because it gives a lot of people opportunities who didn't have, they weren't in the same place before to get those
Yeah.
studio deals. You know what I mean? So now it's like it's a lot easier to get your documentary or a short or a little animation thing you had going. It's like you don't have to wait for the right moment. It's like you go for it. You want this film out, you hit up these people, and if it's good, if the people want to watch it, they will take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. The Netflix kind of serves a not necessarily just a niche, but a lot of niches and a lot of markets for people that have a specific type of thing that they want to tell or have told.
Yeah, and it
Some
doesn't.
people don't want to tell the stories themselves. They just want to, send it and have it done, right?
Exactly.
And yeah, I think that's what Netflix allows.
And like
Yeah.
I feel like imagine if Netflix didn't exist, bro. We wouldn't have like big directors like Scorsese going to them and having complete creative control and doing like a 3-4 hour film if they wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine like like people don't want to watch 4 hour movies in the cinema anymore, and also it's not good for theater businesses because theaters like the longer the movie is, they won't be able to play it as many times in the cinema and make
Right.
as fill as many seats. So like that's why they try to go for that 1 hour 30 mark. Try to like get most of like the screen market.
Yeah.
I feel like Netflix, bro, is like more freedom to the director, but at the same time, it's like there's always going to be that external control, like that you have to. I feel like give away. You know what I mean?
There's this thing I was talking about how often a lot of people like to be directors, but none want to be producers, which is
Money, bro. You can be a director and not have the money, but like you can't be a producer if you don't have the money.
but the thing is about a producer though.
Or bring the money into the production.
Exactly, yeah. That's the thing. Is you don't necessarily need to have the money yourself. You just have to find people who have the money.
You just have to
So
be
I
the
feel
financer,
Yeah.
get the finances there.
that's why, in a sense, as a director, it's great to have to create a vision, like a sort of a simulation of what you want the actual product to look like, and
Yeah.
sort of present that to like it's basically like the same thing as a company to invest. To find an investor, you just basically
Sure.
you lay out the foundation of what you want.
say like the director is like the head chef and like the producer is just the owner of the kitchen, just because he knows how to get all the fucking potatoes and all the like spices doesn't mean he knows how to put it together and make a tasty meal. That's
Yeah.
what the director is supposed to do. He's supposed to envision the meal how it is and complete and deliver it to you in execution. The
Yeah.
producer is supposed to
Right.
make sure all the important necessities are there and met, and also can give external input. But like you also know, bro, there's a lot of producers who just, but this is in the big like leagues.
Yeah.
Independent producers get involved a lot, but like in the big industry, producers sometimes just put their name on it just to promote the film. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, DJ Khaled type shit.
Christopher Nolan, produced by Michael Bay, and like these guys probably like went to set once just to be like, hello, like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like those people are the same thing. Like, whenever you watch a film that has a producer of like, for example, Brightburn is a perfect example where it's produced by James Gunn, but it's not directed by him, right?
yeah.
Right.
Where a lot of people often, when they saw produced by James Gunn, they had this sort of idea of what the film was going to look like, and
Right.
it did not look like.
But that's a whole marketing thing. That's one thing we have to remember is marketing teams are not related to
Yeah,
production. They're just an external group that takes the footage and decides to market it a certain way.
Yeah, it's essentially it's the business part of the industry,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, but it's not even like the production at all.
it's not when you check the budget of a film, and like sometimes they're crazy. It says like 300 million, 400 million.
yeah,
That does not include the marketing costs that had to go into it.
yeah,
So that's always like an external 50, 100 mil. Like let's say
Yeah.
Disney put out like a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl. And you know how much a Super Bowl fucking thing costs? That's like additional
yeah.
$1 million for a minute. That doesn't go into the budget at all.
Well, that's why you have the team of distributors and producers. There's two different factions in the sense where that's why often big production studios they partner up with a distribution company essentially to have them sort of market it however they want. They often create the trailers that look like absolute like legendary shit, and when you watch the film itself, it's garbage. I mean,
People get mad at directors or the team for making the trailers, and it's like, bro, like they're making the trailers when they're like a third way into the movie already. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Unrelated. The director has probably not seen the trailer before it comes out.
Like one of the big directors like Nolan, Tarantino, then I think you have your own team, or you have final say over the final trailer. But like even then, bro, like
Even then, I don't know.
I mean, Feige has 100% control over or at least Disney has control over it because they can't spoil shit. Like,
yeah. But also
yeah.
Nolan
They have complete control over spoilers, at least.
Yeah.
But
doesn't spoil his films. Like if you watch Nolan's trailers, they're basically just teasers.
yeah,
Long takes with Hans Zimmer music
yeah.
just to give you the tone, and it's
Yeah.
like you really have no idea what's going on.